Go upwards 3 times, and then on my inner. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this very glowy, long eyelashes and very juicy lips makeup look by just one simple makeup routine and a cool makeup tutorial to help you guys with it. I really hope you guys enjoy this video and hopefully use this routine as well, whether it's for you or not. But if it is for you, then definitely try this out. If not, of course, there are tons of other makeup routines and you don't even need makeup because you're already beautiful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. Bye! Alright everyone, the very first step for my makeup routine to get glowy skin, long eyelashes, and really juicy lips is foundation. This is the foundation from e.l.f. It is also known as the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And I'm just going to apply this and show you guys how I use it on my skin. Okay everyone, so first things first. What I like to do is always do skincare first. I will maybe drop a new skincare routine out, but this is a makeup video, so we're not going to focus too much on skincare. But before you ever do your makeup, make sure that you do skincare. Alright, now the next thing is for foundation. What I do is I just really put it everywhere on my skin. Really just make sure that the foundation is everywhere so that basically like it's easier to blend if it's really everywhere, so you can just blend it all together. Now, the next thing I do is take a beauty blender or a brush if you prefer a brush, but I recommend a blender because I feel like it's just easier to blend. And I use a spray bottle, or you can just get it wet, but I use a spray bottle from ZEP, and this beauty blender is from Ross. And I just spray the spongy side where you are supposed to blend. Spray it, just get it a little bit wet. Kind of mix it, and then I just start blending. Now, when you spray your water onto a beauty blender, it just makes it easier to blend, so I really recommend doing that. And then when I blend, I just blend it all in one direction. In this direction, I'll blend the other, but on one side of your face, you're going to blend it into one direction. Okay guys, so the next step of this routine is powder, and I like to use the Dazzler Eterna makeup powder because I think it has such a nice base. It has really nice color too. This is used because I've been using it for a very long time, but it also comes with a puff, and I feel like this one is just, it makes your skin like the perfect shade. Like it just makes your makeup, this I feel like puts your base all together. But what I like to do is I just like to take some and just put it all over my face. Like that. Just keep on taking some, and then don't exactly rub on your face, but kind of rub on the powder and then just pat it all over your face. When you do this, it makes it so much easier, and when you are rubbing on your face, it just makes your makeup look kind of tiresome, scratchy. But however, when you are patting on your face, it makes it so much more smooth. Okay, the next step of this process is more powder. However, this time, instead of using a kind of smoothing powder like Dazzler Eterna, we are using a kind of baking powder, which is from Pond's. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the exact bottle with me, but what I did was I just poured the powder that was in there into this little tin and powder puff, and there's a lid. All right, so what I do is I just put the puff into my powder, and I just kind of put it all over my face like that. My cheek over here. Now this one is just plain talcum powder, and it won't actually do anything bad to your skin. Like, it's not actual makeup, it's just plain powder. So honestly, this is something really nice for baking your skin because it makes sure that your shade still looks natural. Because Dazzler Eterna makeup powder, it does smooth out your skin and make your skin natural. However, Pond's powder makes sure that it is still very fresh. So it lightens up your face really, really well. By the way, I started this routine out with no makeup on, so I'm literally only starting this with only skincare. Anyway, guys, the next step to doing your makeup to get the glowy routine is blush. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Blush. It is not in any certain shade, it's just the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I don't know what the shade is, sorry, but after you open it, I recommend using a brush for blush because it's so much easier to apply. And what I do is I just dip it in, and then on my right cheek, I just go up like that in one direction. Tap it again on my nose. I just kind of go all over, and then tap it again on my left cheek. I just go upwards again. And it adds some redness to my cheeks. It makes you look happier. Trust me, when you put blush, you look more lively on. I mean, if you smile, that's the same thing. But blush just lightens up your face. It just makes it look really nice. Okay, the next step is kind of more of a skincare routine thing, but it can be used for makeup as well. It leads on to your makeup. Curling your eyelashes. Now, curling your eyelashes is so good for you because it actually makes your eyelashes slightly longer with no makeup. There's no chemicals in this thing. You're not going to get hurt unless you accidentally squeeze a little bit too hard. There's no way that you can get seriously hurt or anything in your eye from this. Or from any other makeup here. You're not going to get hurt, trust me. But here's what I do. I put it onto my eyelash and I start from the middle set of eyelashes, and I just curl those. I make sure to go all the way to the root of my eyelashes, and I just curl the middle ones 7 times. Make sure that your eye is open, not closed. Then I go to the inner eyelashes. Also do that 7 times. And then I go to the outer eyelashes, and then I also just curl those 7 times. You see how there is middle, outer, and inner? Middle, inner, and outer. Those are the 3 categories of my eyelashes. And now that I did that, they're so much longer and curled, but they're natural. They're all natural. So I think it looks very, very pretty. And I do recommend doing this if you don't have mascara. Alright everybody, the next step of the makeup routine is mascara. And I'm going to be using the mascara from Essence or Lash Princess. And I do the exact same thing that I do with curling my eyelashes, but I do with mascara. I just alter a few things. So the first thing I do after I open it is I really get in there, squeeze it. Make sure there's like not too much black ink so it doesn't really clump and make your eyes a mess. But I start with my middle eyelashes and I just go upwards 3 times. Then on my outer eyelashes, I also go upwards 3 times. And then on my inner, the exact same thing. Now, every time I switch to a new pair of eyelashes, I make sure to go back down into the bottle and then squeeze it back out. And then for my bottom eyelashes, I also go 3 in the middle, 3 on the outer, and 3 on the inner pair of eyelashes. So I also do the same thing on my other eye. And mascara just makes your eyelashes look so much longer, and they also add a pop of color to them as well. Alright everybody, the next step of this routine is to do your eyebrows. And here is a brow pencil. It comes with a brush and some actual ink. And this is from NYX. It is just the dark brown one, but I'm going to show you guys how I do it. So I take some ink, or whatever you call it, but I just call it ink. And then I make sure there's enough to just put on your eyebrows. And I just go about like 5 times. You don't have to count. I only go in the middle and I just put it in the middle really. Kind of just make sure like spots are filled. Don't go too dark because if you put too much, it looks very unnatural. Also just put it on places like where it's kind of light. And yeah, there's a slight difference because it's slightly darker and it kind of lifts your your eyebrows up a little bit. It just makes them look more defined. Just like that. Then I make sure to blend it all in with my brush. So what I do is I just brush them upwards a couple of times. Just make sure they're all kind of detangled a little bit. Not that they would ever get tangled, I don't think so. But then I just line them down like that, just to make sure all the ink blends in, because once again, you are changing your eyebrow color temporarily, like slightly, barely, but slightly. So you still want to make sure it all blends into your face and just matches with everything else and the eyebrows match. Alright, the next step is lips. And starting off with a lip liner, this is the one from NYX. It is in the shade Cherry Skies, and I think it's really pretty, but this is a lip pencil, or lip liner, you could call it that. And after you take it out, what you do is make sure that you have like no lip gloss. Like you could have Vaseline on them, but it has to be, or like chapstick or something untinted, but you have to wait at least 5 minutes until after you're done using them to apply this. So what I do is I really just line it. Don't go too much, but just go around and just line it. Just do one layer on the bottom and the top. Make sure to also get the sides. See, your lips should be lined. Lining your lips make them so much bigger, or just at least make them look so much bigger, and also make them look more colorful and defined. The next step is to add a lip gloss or a lipstick or anything of your choice. I usually only do a lip gloss or a lip oil, but today I'm going to be doing a lip balm. I think it's tinted. I don't know. Let me show you guys. All right, everybody. So this is the Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Balm. It is a lip balm, but it does feel tinted to me, so I do apply this for actual makeup as well. But I just like to squeeze a little bit out. And then what I do for lips is I apply it on my lower lips first. Then I go on my upper lips. And then I do 2 more layers of that. Then I go on my bottom lips one more time. And then I just add a little bit more just so that the color can stay. And then I do 2 more layers after finishing my upper layer. Now, for me, there is a little bit of a mess on my lips. So what I do to clean them up is I just take my finger, go on my bottom, swipe just below, just below my lip liner. Then I take another finger, go on the side, clean it up. Then I take my middle finger, go on the up. And then I take my other finger, I'm sorry, I'm not flipping you off, but like that. So that was it, guys. I finished the makeup. There's just one more step that is awaiting: setting spray. I usually do setting spray before I do my eyes, eyebrows, and lips. I don't know why I forgot today, but I did end up forgetting, so let's just do it now. Setting spray is honestly just crucial because it makes your makeup last so much longer. So this is the NYX Dewy Finish Satin setting spray, and I just spray about 8 sprays. Make sure to kind of go all over because you want that makeup to really last longer and stick to your face, just like this. Okay, everybody, this was the final look for makeup. Make sure after setting spray you kind of fan your face like that, or put it under a fan or something so the setting spray can dry so it's not wet. But here is the final makeup look. I think it is absolutely perfect because not only is my skin very glowy and colorful, my eyelashes are so long, and half of it is actually natural because of curling my eyelashes, and my lips are very nice and defined, and so are my eyebrows with just a pop of color. Okay, so this was the basic end of this video. I wanted you guys to know one tip though. I do recommend using brushes for highlighter and blush, but for things like foundation and concealer, I recommend using a beauty blender. That was my tip of the day today for makeup tutorials. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys use this tutorial because I'm sure your skin is already beautiful, but if you ever want to just touch it up a little bit more, this makeup routine is honestly perfect for it. That is up to you. Make sure to like this video, and that was it. Bye guys, love you.